Hello friends, hello comrades, hello acquaintances. Cool guitar day here at Loud Art Gear Supply Studios. As many of you know, I am a father 2 times, and I think like a beautiful, exciting, and natural thing has begun to happen. My dad Pokemon self has just started to evolve, and now all I give a shit about is acoustic guitars. That's not true, not everything I care about, but I bought, the channel has seen glimpses, the briefest of glimpses, of a 1964 J50 in completely original condition, and then just a couple weeks ago I bought a 1982 Martin HD 28, which is the herringbone 28, and now I'm out of money, and so I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, what maybe is like, what's on the way out? And this is the only acoustic guitar that I've ever purchased as an adult. And maybe I'm going to sell it to you, but I'm definitely going to talk to you about it. Because it has a lot going on. This is a 1964 Harmony Sovereign. H1260 is the model number. Sometimes this model gets the name Sovereign because it is the most common Sovereign that I've seen. There is a 12-string version in the same kind of jumbo body shape. But there are other Sovereigns of different sizes. So this is the H1260. And this one has a shit ton going on. The most exciting thing that's going on, I'm trying to give you a good view of here. And at least as I can see myself on the camera, it is relatively visible. This guitar is graced with the ghostly outline of Wile E. Coyote at some point in its long life. It bore a Wile E. Coyote sticker and was exposed to enough direct sunlight that the absence of that sticker is still visible today. I love this part very much. A lot of times, these guitars are kind of, they have a thing, like they have, as in like an interest, they have a dedicated following, they've got groups of people who give a shit about them, and they cost more money than they did a little while ago, and they're made of all solid wood, it's not ply, and the sides and back are mahogany, and the top is spruce, and here's just some like here's some just like facts. Pete Townsend played and recorded with this guitar. I think it was the Pinball Wizard guitar, but I know for sure he played it live. And apparently this is the Stairway to Heaven guitar from the band Pink Floyd's classic song, Stairway to Heaven, A Stairway Towards Heaven by Pink Floyd. And there's also a company out of, I can't remember, but America, called Baxendale, who will do pretty elaborate restoration jobs on this, and they're not necessarily cosmetic restorations, they're sort of internal and structural restorations. These guitars are ladder braced, which means that the bracing at the top looks kind of like a ladder. And more expensive guitars of the era, and still, well, versus ladder versus X bracing, where the bracing kind of goes zhoops, zhoops, like a big zhoops. X bracing will change the tone of your guitar, but like the Gibson I mentioned beforehand is X braced, the Martin I mentioned a few minutes ago is X braced. Usually get more bottom end to it, you'll get more volume to it, but ladder bracing is, well, gosh darn it, I think it sounds great, and it's like tighter, it's more focused, it doesn't take up as much of a frequency range, and that focus is in like the mids and low mids, and I just think sounds phenomenal. So it's kind of punchy, and it really, I don't know, it kind of like doesn't get in the way. The bottom end like is really tight and doesn't wash out. But it's still balanced all the way across, like just because the bottom is tighter and not quite as deep. Like the top end of the guitar isn't like too sparkly or too flashy, which is just so nice. The neck, which is also mahogany, a real kind of nice full C, almost a U shape without being too big. Oftentimes, when these are found, they will need neck resets because they haven't really been touched for a while, which is or serviced or like cared for. Like they're just the interest has not been constant. The interest is sort of like in the last 10 years, and so people are kind of picking these up and dusting them off. And that's exactly what the previous owner of this guitar did before I bought it. And so this is not a Baxendale conversion. It still has that ladder brace top that I like so much. But a shit ton of things have been done to it, which are, I like all of them. The nut is new and not fancy, and is like cut well. That doesn't count. That's on the list. That's just like normal bullshit. Also normal bullshit. I have a K&K Mini in here, just like an undersaddle pickup, no preamp or anything, just nice and simple. And okay, it's had a full refret, which is sick, and he also refretted it with stainless steel frets, which I also think is so sick on an acoustic. You just don't see it a lot, and it means that if you played the shit out of it, you'll just never have to refret it, unless like unless you like really want a different size fret wire, but you'll never have to refret it because the frets wore out, which is cool and like a little sacrosanct, which is another reason why I like it. So the other thing that he did was give the guitar a neck reset, but he didn't just give the guitar a neck reset. This next part is going to be controversial, but I think it's pretty fucking slick. So he reset the neck, but while he reset the neck, I'm gonna pick up the phone and attempt a maneuver here. A maneuver, which I'll step out into the brighter light. Can you see in that sound hole? We're looking up at the neck block right now. Can you see can you see any hardware in there? You probably can. I can see the glint of it right between the G and B strings. That is a huge fucking bolt with a nice washer, and above that visible bolt there is a second visible bolt, and the madman went and turned it into a secret bolt-on neck. The fingerboard, the neck is still kind of lightly glued to keep those seams shut, and there's also like, you know, the glue on the fingerboard extension where it hits the top, but he basically transitioned it to make neck resets way easier without really changing the structural. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Is this something that you would ever do to a super fucking valuable 60s acoustic? No, but he felt like he's got some kind of room to like live large. Other things just about this guitar in particular. No cracks anywhere. You know, like humidity cracks, sides, back, top, up. Plenty of like abrasions, contusions, checking, like big signs of wear and stuff, but nothing that was like, you know, no cleating that needed to happen. All the braces are tight. There's no rattling. This is such a cool guitar. But look, you can't keep all the guitars in the entire world. But do I want to keep this guitar? I don't know. Look, you're either learning, or if you got to this video through a link on a Reverb listing, well, guess what? I'm selling the guitar. 5-ply, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-ply. Oh dear. Around the top, single on the back. I don't know if they would have, if originally it would have had fret markers on the bass side binding. I think that the binding is original. Just judging by the looks of things. But, you know, grain of salt, I guess. But there are no fret markers on the bass side, which can, like, maybe not my favorite thing in the world. That those aren't there, but it's never really caused me like big time issues. Martin style dot inlays. Forgetting some stuff. Oh, the bridge is interesting. Look at that. It doesn't string through the body. It looks like a rosewood bridge to me, rosewood fingerboard, and it's just glued right on top. Oh, the bridge has been recently re-glued. I had that done when I put the pickup in, and you just string through the bridge right there. That is not unique to this guitar. That's just how the H1260s worked. And I think that's everything I can talk about right this second. I'm gonna play some guitar, like a few different ways. I'm gonna make you listen to a fun song. I'm being really into part of my kind of deeper dive into acoustic guitars and figuring out what I like, and learning by buying and learning by trying is driven driven by LOL. I think I may have been upside down for like the last 3 minutes because I didn't put my phone down the same way. But look, we're just making it through to tomorrow. I remember that I love bluegrass, and so like I've been having a lot of fun playing and picking. Oh wait, no. But because I remember that I love bluegrass, but I also don't like billionaires, I'm rewriting the bloody old gospel songs. Well, you'll see. If you're feeling low with no place to go, and you ain't got $1 to spare, well, I got a cure for you. If you're feeling low with no place to go, and you ain't got $1 to spare, well, I found a cure for you and yours. It's the blood of a dead billionaire. Oh, there's a power, yes, there's a power. There's a power in the blood. Oh, there's a power, yes, there's a power in the blood of a dead billionaire. Oh, the walls are closing in and your hope runs thin. Brother, trust in the power of the blood. Let it wash away your fears today. Do what needs to be done. Oh, there's a power, yes, there's a power, yes, there's a power in the blood. Oh, there's a power, a mighty power in the blood of a dead billionaire. Because this is a guitar demonstration video, I won't sing any of the next written, any of the next 45 verses that song has. Gentle stuff. Bridge is, I think that when you were a kid and you got given your first pocket knife, did you just like destroy bullshit with your pocket knife like because you could? I think that's what's happened here. Somebody is just I think probably like a 7-year-old has kind of just like carved into that, which is, you know, to me as charming and fun to think about as Mr. Wile E. Coyote, and the saddle itself is pretty low, but I don't think that is kind of emblematic of like neck reset issues, because it's been reset and it looks good. It's just a wacky bridge, and you got to go kind of high to be able to get that break angle to be able to make this whole thing work. So I think this is kind of like idiosyncratic to the guitar itself. That's my opinion. screwdriver, like, handy right at this second? I do. Guess I don't have to do this right this second, because you can post pictures on the. Well, I'll show you the truss rod on the Reverb listing if there is one. I think that's it. This is my weird, beautiful Harmony Sovereign H1260, and depending on if all the world's boomers buy my expensive speakers off of Reverb. I shouldn't say that disparagingly, because I think the speakers are fucking cool. I just they're JBL D120Fs with like original cones and stuff, and it's like, you know, they're $450, $500 speakers. Like, decent bet that the people who are buying those are over 40, over 50, over 150. They're dead. People are buying my speaks from beyond the grave. Okay, now I'm gonna pack up and go to class. Stay in school, you old wombats. I saw the world end at the Gay Dolphin at the beach store in Myrtle Beach. The Ferris wheel kept turning round. The air smelled like corn, like always. Shark tooth necklace.